The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Diego Castro, bringing you the biggest headlines from around the world. Two expelled Democratic lawmakers have returned to Tennessee House after being expelled. One of them is Justin Pearson, who got emotional after local officials in Memphis voted for his reinstatement. The other one, Justin Jones, was sworn back in on Monday after local councilors voted to restore him. Last week, Republicans voted to kick out the two black men for protesting gun violence on the chamber floor.
Together. Yeah. So the message for all the people in Nashville who decided to expel us. You can't expel hope. Yeah. You can't expel our voice. Yeah. And you sure can't expel our fight.
A classified document from the U.S. Pentagon says that Serbia agreed to supply arms to Ukraine. That's according to an exclusive report by Reuters. In its report, Reuters said Serbia that the leaked intel gives a summary of European government responses to Ukraine's request for military training and lethal aid. A chart showed that Serbia declined to provide training but had committed to sending weapons, or may have even been supplied already. This despite Serbia being one of the only countries in Europe that has refused to sanction Russia for its invasion of Ukraine. Reuters said it could not independently verify the document's authenticity. Reuters also says that the Serbian president, Ukrainian embassy, and the Pentagon did not immediately respond to requests for comments. A senior diplomat says French President Emmanuel Macron is not backtracking on comments in China, urging the European Union to reduce dependency on the United States. In the interview, Macron also cautioned against being drawn into a crisis over Taiwan, which he believes is driven by, quote, an American rhythm and a Chinese overreaction. This brought criticism from some politicians and commentators in Europe and the US, with former US President Donald Trump accusing him of kissing ass to Beijing. The French diplomat, who requested anonymity, told reporters that the substance of what Macron said was clear and that his position on Taiwan and China has not changed. Macron also personally noted that he favors the current status quo in respect of Taiwan. The French president maintains that Europe has no interest in accelerating conflict in the island.
Et elle est constante, cette politique, elle n'a pas changé. C'est la politique d'une seule Chine et la recherche d'un règlement pacifique de la question. C'est ce que j'ai dit en tête-à-tête au président, c'est ce qui a été redit partout. Nous n'avons pas changé. Et donc oui, la France ne soutient pas les provocations, ne soutient pas la politique fiction et considère que le statu quo, le respect et la clarté est le meilleur allié de l'autonomie stratégique européenne et de notre vision des choses. C'est pourquoi je ne participerai pas aux commentaires et n'aurai rien à dire sur les phrases de l'ancien président Trump, parce qu'il participe de cette escalade qui est recherchée par certains.
Despite this, the White House reaffirms U.S. ties with Paris. National Security spokesperson John Kirby said Washington is very comfortable with its relationship with France.
I'll let President Macron speak to his comments. We're very comfortable and confident in the strong alliance and the strong friendship that exists between our two countries, and the fact that we have been working together on the continent, and elsewhere around the world with France. I mean, there's a lot of terrific bilateral cooperation just alone between the United States and France. We're focused on that. We're focused on making sure that together we're meeting the national security requirements of both our peoples.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now World. I'm Diego Castro. China has recorded the world's first human death from the H3N8 bird flu virus. The WHO says a 56-year-old woman from Guangdong was the third person known to have been infected with the H3N8 subtype of avian influenza. All three cases were recorded in China. WHO said the patient who died had multiple underlying conditions and a history of exposure to live poultry. Authorities note that there are no other cases found among the close contacts of the first fatality, but further epidemiological investigation is ongoing. A Buckingham spokesperson says Prince Harry will attend King Charles III's coronation next month, but his wife Meghan will not be joining him. This comes 2 years after Harry and his wife Meghan stepped down from royal duties and moved to the U.S. The same spokesperson says that Prince Harry's wife Meghan will remain in California with their children. Despite problems, royal experts were in agreement that King Charles III would want both his sons there on his big day. Members of the public are also mostly in favor of Prince Harry attending the coronation.
Pay his respects, whether he's part of the royal family or his royal duties or not. He should just pay his respects to his father. It's been a long time coming, and it's a big deal after the Queen was, for as long as she held that position, to finally be a new king or a new coronation.
We have to not be too critical and remember that Harry is just a human being, just like anyone else. Yes? And remember the situation with his mother and everything like that. I don't have nothing against him.
HBO greenlights a new prequel to Game of Thrones called A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, The Hedge Knight. The series is based on fantasy novels by George R.R. Martin, who will serve as an executive producer and writer. It is part of a new set of programming for Warner Bros. Discovery's rebranded Max streaming service. The first GOT prequel, House of Dragons, has begun production on its second season for HBO. Meanwhile, Max also announced that it has ordered the first ever Harry Potter scripted television series, a faithful adaptation of the iconic books. And those are the top world headlines of the hour. Join us again at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. Coming right up is Agenda at 8 a.m. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.